T-C-T-I-O-N-O, Tommy. Oh, boy. Last week was a rough one, Tommy.
Whoa, week 10, guys. Here, welcome to Action Bets. Captain's talking about week 9. We're trying to look ahead to the future. Captain, I don't want to talk about that's my worst showing since I can remember. 0-3 last week. So right now I'm 13-14 on the season. Last year, this is right where I got on my streak.
Yeah, you did.
You know what? So 28-25-1. Captain's 15-11-1. You know, I like it. I think we got to get going in the right direction. Let's forget about last week. I thought it was one of the toughest weeks of the year.
That's why I bet overs and unders, because I couldn't find a side, Tommy.
Yeah, Captain. NFL has flipped upside down on some weeks, but we're in week 10. I say we get right to it and give week 10 picks out. What do you think?
Let's do it, baby.
All right, week 10, Captain. NFL, who's your first pick?
Well, my first pick, I'm going to go to, I'm going to take the under on the Pittsburgh Steelers Green Bay Packer game. It's 39.5. I look at Green Bay and I look at Pittsburgh, and I'm looking at two teams that are really kind of struggling on their running game. They're still trying to run. The passing games for both sides are a little bit iffy. I think this is going to be a very, very short game because they're going to keep it on the ground, get field position, work it. And that's the way Pittsburgh wins. They're at home. I really like the game going under 39.5, and that's going to be my nickel bet. Tommy, go get your money.
Hey, Captain, I like that. Captain, I'm in the same game here for my first pick, but I'm looking at Pittsburgh -3 at home. They're playing for something in the AFC North there.
Yeah.
They're 5-3 on the season, 3-2 at home. Big comeback win the week, versus Tennessee last week, 20-16. Held in there. Green Bay did get a win in Lambeau, 20-3 against a beat-up Rams backup quarterback. They're 1-3 on the road there. They lost to Denver, Vegas, and Atlanta. So I don't like those chances. Green Bay also gave up 4 sacks last week to the Rams, so I expect Watt and Highsmith to be all over them. And then Harrison Warren, to your point, their running game hasn't been the best all year, but 166 yards last week. And Green Bay 23rd versus the run. So I expect, Pittsburgh to be good, but it's going to be a low-scoring game. So.
I really think so. I really think it's going to be a low-scoring game. And like you said, look who beat them. I mean, teams that are not going to be in the playoffs, that's for sure.
Yeah, so, looking at that, I'm going to go Pittsburgh at home, -3 as my first pick here. Captain, who's your next pick, NFL Week 10?
Do we have the wood out? The wood should be out here because the New York Giants go into Dallas after getting smoked opening weekend 44-0, and they're going to get smoked again because they have no quarterback. They have no offensive machine except for Saquon Barkley. And I look for this game to be an absolute blowout. Dallas at home, they've won 11 in a row at home and make it 12 in a row. They could win this game easily by 30 with a second string.
Yeah.
So nickel play on Dallas -16.5. Go get your money, Tommy.
That's a lot of wood to lay, Captain.
That's a lot of wood to lay.
Every time I played the boys all year, they've been winning, and I almost went for it. 17's a lot there, but as you said, the Giants are pretty beat up. Cowboys at home have been crushing teams, so that might be the right wood to lay. Captain, my next pick, I'm going to be going to the Texans versus the Bengals here. Texans playing good football. C.J. Stroud.
That quarterback's some kind of special, I'll tell you.
Unbelievable. And he's going to be going back to Ohio for this one against the Bengals where he played football, Ohio State. I'm looking at the Bengals -7, though. Since he's 3-1 at home, and, they're all fired up. 4 wins in a row. They beating the Bills, the Seahawks, the 49ers, and the Cardinals. So some solid teams in there. And Burrow's playing some solid football. He threw the ball to 8 players last week. And if it's not Chase Higgins at over 150 yards last week. Starting to click on all cylinders. And I like their defense, too. Held the Bills only to 18 points last week. Texans 4-4, 1-3 on the road. But I think the Bengals defense, what they did to Allen only holding him to 258 yards, 1 TD and 1 interception. I like the Bengals here, -7, Captain. They're really coming alive.
They're really on the improve right now, and I like Burrows is back finally. The leg's good, the arm's good, the elbow's good. and he's got the players around him, and they are playing together again. They're playing like that Super Bowl team that was there a couple years ago.
Yeah, Captain. I mean, I like the play. I like the chances here. That's the Bengals we talked about in week 1, and then I was like, oh man, they look bad, but now they're back on track. So that would be my next pick. Captain, who's your last and final pick, week 10?
Last and final pick, I'm going to say New York Jets going into the LA Raiders. Ouch. And I'll tell you right now, with the coach from New York, Salah, saying he's going with Trevor Siemian at quarterback instead of Owen Wilson. And you got a revitalized Raider team at home. I think the Raiders win this game easy, although I also like the under in this game. But I think the Raiders are playing invigorated ball.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the team going all the way across country with Trevor Siemian, first-time quarterback behind there for the Jets. Maybe he knows what's going on, maybe he doesn't. But every time he played in Denver, he always gave it up, Tommy. He'll give up the fumbles. I look for Max Crosby to have a big game here, a big game. And I look for they're getting a point. Raiders +1. I'll take that all day, and I also like the under, but I'll do a nickel play on the Raiders +1. Go get your money, Tommy.
Hey, okay, Captain. Captain gave you 3 plays. I'm gonna give you my last and final play. You know, and I'm going to go with the Jaguars here, getting 3 points at home versus the 49ers. And, yeah, the 49ers, you know, Jacksonville's rattled off 5 wins in a row. They're both coming off their bye week, so 49ers expecting some players back. But 49ers have lost 3 in a row to Cincy, Minnesota, and Cleveland. So, you know, I'm just going to stay with the momentum of the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence at home. Give me the 3 points, Captain. You know,
well, let me put it this way. It looks like they may get Deebo Samuel back. They may get their left tackle back. You got to go across country. You're playing at 10 a.m. Your West Coast team, you know, +3 at home against the Jaguars team that's focused and playing very well. Both these teams had off weeks last week, so they're going to come in a little bit fresher than the other teams are playing right now. So that's a good. I always like teams getting points at home, Tommy.
Yeah, Captain, +3 for the Jags, and they're 6-2 against a 5-3 team. Call me crazy, but I'll put my money on the Jags +3 here. Week 10, everybody put down in the comments who you like, all the regulars, you know who you are. Give us a thumbs up, hit that like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Ding, ding, baby.
How about that Breeders' Cup?
Oh, baby. Was that Call Me Butter? We were on a roll.
Not bad, Captain, guys. We're gonna do
last 8 winners.
Yeah, not too bad, guys. I appreciate if you followed us along there at Breeders' Cup. Hopefully you did, because it would have been a good one if you did, guys. Captain having success, me having success. We had a great day
Johnny
there.
C. Oh, the crew was out there, baby.
Yeah, great day overall.
We had a good time.
But we're talking action bets here, guys. We're going to have Del Mar video coming out here for Opening Day Del Mar at the fall. So
that's right.
Make sure you hit that subscribe. You know when those videos come out, guys. Anything else you want to say, my friend?
I think I got a shot tomorrow at Del Mar, so I got to check that video out.
All right. So
you know what? ACT.
ION.
We'll see you next week. God bless. Make every bet a winning one.